Hi, it's Andrea from Club SciKidz, and I'm so glad that you're here to join me today. We're going to make some slime, but I am fairly sure that most of you have never made this slime before. This is going to be pudding slime, and it only has 3 ingredients: cornstarch, some instant pudding mix, and water. Now, if you've joined us for some of our first lessons, you're probably thinking, cornstarch and water, that makes oobleck. Yes, but you add a little bit of pudding and it's going to make a whole lot of difference. In pudding, there is a thickening agent. When you add the cornstarch, the pudding, and the water together, it's going to create a chemical change. So let's go ahead and get started and make this fun slime. All right. You're going to take a cup of cornstarch. And your measurements don't have to be exact, just close. Whoa. As you can see, and if it's a nice day, you may want to do it outside. All right, for the pudding mix, all you're going to use is just a 1/4 cup. You can always add a little bit extra, but just a 1/4 cup is really all you need. And your slime, oh, here comes my dog. Your slime is going to smell like whatever flavor pudding you have. Just want to mix it up. And then you're going to add about 1/2 cup of water, and I'm using warm water. And so this is a 1/4 cup, so we're going to add probably about 1/2 cup, but we're going to add it a 1/4 cup at a time. All right, and I like to use a spoon to mix it up. Now, as you start to mix it up, you're going to say, hey, this is like the oobleck was. It gets very difficult to mix up. So let's just add a 1/4 cup more. And the nice thing about this is if you add too much water, you can fix it by just adding a little bit more cornstarch. All right. So we can see here it's starting to look like buttery mashed potatoes, but we still have a little extra cornstarch. So we're going to add just a little bit of water. This is where you just have to add a little bit at a time. Mix it up. All right, I think we probably need just a little bit more water. Here we go. Now, if it's a little bit too sticky, this is where you want to make sure that you mix all of your dry cornstarch, all of your dry ingredients in there. Because just like dough, adding a little bit more dry will make it a little bit less sticky. So we're just going to add a little bit of cornstarch on top and on our hands. Okay, now it's time to pick up your slime. And it's very, very sticky. So what I'm going to do before I even try to pick it up, you just add a little bit more cornstarch. You work that in. And as you start to play with it, because you can see how it's not totally like oobleck, because it's not flattening out, but it definitely has the slime properties. And it's really a lot of fun to play with. And again, it's a little bit sticky, so you can just put a little bit, sprinkle it on top, or put it in your hands. And it smells super good. But here's your slime for the day. And so the color and the smell will depend on the flavor pudding you use. Now this slime, its shelf life is not going to be very long, just because it does dry out quickly, just like when we did make the oobleck the other week. As you sit and you play with it, it starts to dry out. This also will start to dry out and it'll get hard. The pudding, it would probably also start to grow some mold after a couple days if you kept it. But it's super fun slime to play with. And again, it is edible. Now, you can go ahead and taste it. It does, just because it's edible doesn't mean you should eat it. It doesn't taste good, but the nice thing is that this slime is perfect for toddlers to play with, just because it's not made with anything that could hurt them if they accidentally did eat it. So this is super fun slime, and this slime definitely shows you a chemical change. The change that has happened is not physical. It's not just that the cornstarch or the pudding look different. The change has happened on the chemical level, and there's no getting it back to the way it was. So I hope that you enjoyed making pudding slime today. Have a fun time. We'd love to see some pictures with you and your slime, and I will see you tomorrow.